Hi everyone, welcome back to another Big Wrench Tech. Today, well, you see it, the Beach Bomber is back. In the previous episode, we got the old 5-liter running out of that Pontiac, and we shoved it in this car. Now we got to take it back out to finish up the rest of the motor mounts, take a bunch of the gobbledygook off the engine, and go from there. Me by gobbledygook, I mean unfortunately we're getting rid of the AC. We're probably going to end up getting rid of, well, a lot of things. Power steering pump. I got to convert the water pump back over to a clockwise rotation, something like that. Horrible smog pump. I would much like to keep the power steering, but we'll see. And of course, get rid of the throttle body fuel injection to go to a traditional carburetor. In a previous episode, I installed that HEI. However, if you notice, it's clocked wrong. But I wasn't worried about that. I was just making sure this engine was going to run. Also, we're going to remove that HEI so it doesn't get busted in trying to remove this engine. I got to lower the transmission down, and that's going to tilt it to the back. I don't want really anything to happen to that. Now that we have the distributor out of the way, let's lower the transmission down and get this engine out. The two 5/8 bolts off the motor mounts, and she should just come on out. I believe removing one of these engines are way easier than changing out a modern-day water pump in like any modern-day car. Could be wrong on that last statement, which I probably am, but still. Free Willy. I feel like I just did this already. Gross. And just like that, we're back where we started from. So with that being said, let's push it back outside, get cleaned up, get something to eat, shut it down for the day, and we'll be back on this tomorrow and remove all the unnecessary items on that engine. You, sir, have caused so many deaths. Well, it's the next day, and as you see, I sort of kind of got a head start on things. We still have to remove the nuts off the torque converter, get the transmission out of the way, and get this thing on the engine stand. We got the torque converter bolts out. Let's remove it from the engine. Transmission deleted. I really don't know what I would do without that old U.S. Marine forklift to give me a hand. So if that's the case, Semper Fi there, buddy. All right, it's on the engine stand. Now to remove the valve covers, oil pan, intake manifold, clean it up, paint it up, and then get it back in the rig. Of course, put a gasket kit throughout the whole thing. This engine doesn't need rebuild. It actually runs really, really well. You can see that in a previous video of mine. Okay. Well, we got the bolts out of the intake, so let's see if we can try to, woo, ice. Try to get this off and see what it looks like underneath of it. Come on. Close enough. All right, let's see if we got. Because I got a bad feeling from the way the car looked that this may have been neglected. Oh dear. Holy crap, I didn't want to see any of that. Oh man. This thing's gonna totally need a bath. It's literally coming off in chunks. Oh man. Well, it's not the end of the world. Wow. Okay, so let it soak in diesel fuel and think about life for the next 5 to 7 business years? I don't know. That's literally a big chunk of sludge just hanging there. That's... Oh, don't fall in there. Oh my lord. Wow. It's like rocks. Unreal. Whoa. Well, I just put this on here for the time being. It's all got to come off again to get it cleaned up, painted, oil pan down, get all the sludge out of it, you name it, new valve covers because there's pinholes in this one just from setting and rust and whatnot. Headers, a few other things. Yeah, you know the routine. Still got a ways to go on it, but it won't be too much longer. It'll be back in Beach Bomber. If you like this kind of content, please think about hitting a like and subscribe. And especially if you want to keep track of the Beach Bomber, there's more to that to come. Like always, Don't be afraid to throw a wrench at it, and we'll see everyone on the next one. Ooh, shiny parts.